So I'm so out of breath. I just had to push my bike like a mile to go start it because it was so cold where it's like -5 at the moment. I'd have to leave it for like a good 5 minutes just to kind of idle and warm up. So I guess you guys are here because you want to know about what I meant about the cartel thing. Like, let's do like a little preview here. And I made a post about it kind of like as a joke previously, like on there's like a WhatsApp group chat that I'm in with like Red Bottom, Simon, Woo Rider, Paul, there's like BBB, I don't know everyone in there. Anyway, I made a joke and I was like, I'm so fortunate, you know, and like I guess I'm just so lucky, like, so I'm 26, I'm so lucky that I know who I know. Does that make sense? Like, I've lived probably like at least 2 lifetimes, maybe 3 lifetimes over, and seen and experienced more things than most people have done ever, and ever will in their lifetime. And I'm not here to gloat or boast about that as a fact, but I am here to say that over that course, it's just been amazing. So let me break it down a bit here for you, and I kind of like, what the fuck is this going on about? So, how would I go about making my own cartel? So, here we go. I don't know where to start. I guess a bit of background. So I used to run a club called Berkshire Bikers. Everyone laughed at the name. And then I was like, you know what, fuck them, I'm still going to do it. Within like a month, we had like 4,000 members, and everyone was like, oh my god. So this was in like 2014, maybe? 2015, no, maybe 2012? 2012, I think. So, that happened, right? Anyway, after about 1.5 years, we turned into an MCC. So, when you turn into an MCC, you need to be sanctioned by another club. So we got sanctioned by Wessex Hells Angels in Reading. Right, so now, that's kind of my background, right? So, moving on, I kind of left all the club and shit behind because you have to put the club before family. Although the club is your family, you know, like brothers and sisters and shit, right? But, my daughter Bella was born in 2017, and I was like, yeah, I can't do this, man. Like, I kind of got to be there for her. And yeah, so I kind of left all that behind me. So, about, I think it's like 2019, I kind of kept like a really, really low profile. So 2019, I was speaking to some club owner, like, no, group owner called the 1000cc group, 1000cc club. In the process of speaking to him, I was like, mate, like, I'm really good at technology. Do you want me to help you, like, run your page or whatever? So he made me moderator, and I got some of the moderation tools to help him operate his Facebook group more efficiently. And it was a completely dead group. Like, I think it had like 16,000 members at the time, or like 14,000 members at the time, and it was dead as fuck. So I just made it my mission every day. I just put a post up, you know, how is everyone? You know, what bikes people are riding? Wheelie Wednesday, you know, and things like that. So I grew on that like fucking. Everyone hated me, but I grew on that instantly. And then I became an administrator, and then I became, in theory, somewhat of an owner of the club. And I basically like ran the entire thing. I've done a video about why I sat down, by the way. So just maybe watch that video as well. So that became owner. Anyway, so I said to everyone, like, there was like 3 of us. I was like, how cool would it be if we didn't just have a UK group and we had like a Mexican, Russian, Germany, Spain, Italy, Ireland. And so that's what we did. It was my responsibility to have a successful successful expand into these new countries, and that's very much what I did. So now I know people fucking everywhere. And I was saying, and I kind of even said, like, I don't think I would be able to make a cartel because I don't know anyone in fucking Mexico. And Mexico's like the main fucking country for it, right? For like a drug cartel. So that's me kind of fucked. So if anyone here is from Mexico, reach out to me, you know, maybe we can set something up. So yeah, so that aside, Ireland was a nightmare trying to set up, right? Although it's the closest country to the UK, it's so divided. You know, you've got Northern Ireland and then you kind of got like the Dublin area. So basically what happened is we found someone. I'm not going to say his name, but we found someone, right? Anyway, it was, you know, it was all quite sweet and shit like that. I'd spoken to him a couple of times on the phone. We'd kind of FaceTimed. I was like, right, we're going to get merchandise sent out to you, you know, stickers, start representing the club. He invited loads of people, and we grew quite good. You know, we had like 700-800 members in like a week. Anyway, turns out this guy had just got out of prison, and I was like, that's cool, man. Like, you don't judge people for being in prison, depending what it is, right? There's a few things that, you know, maybe people should be let out from prison for, but I'm not going to open that because it's open a can of worms. So anyway, we started, you know, digging. I started digging, other people started digging. Well, turns out he went to prison because he was staying in a hotel in Northern Ireland, and he was arrested for waterboarding one of the maids. And I'm like, what the actual fuck is this shit? So it turns out in a news article where it was reported on, he went to prison because he was waterboarding a maid and works for the IRA. Go figure. Of all the people we could have chosen to help run an Irish club, Irish group, we chose someone who fucking ex-IRA. So we had to instantly disband that group in fear that we were all going to get bombed and murdered. So, yeah, that's that. Story of my life. So yeah, that's that's some fun story stuff for you. A lot of the time, as I've kind of lived that life already, although I'm only 26, I'll hear a story about a club, right? You know, specifically more like a well-known club like the Vikings MC, or I don't know, Hell's Angels MC, right? Or HA, right? And people will tell me a story about them, and it really, really infuriates me how people talk about them to try and be cool, where they're just a normal fucking group. Like, who the fuck gives a fuck? And it really fucks me off, because I'm kind of like, that would never actually happen. And they're like, how do you know that? And I'm like, well, because I know Jamie, who's a 81 supporter. I know Clive, who's a fully patched member. And I also know the fucking president of the MCC. I know MCC. I also know the president of Oxford MC, which is Hell's Angels again. So, and then, I don't normally say all of that, but it just infuriates me. If you're gonna chat shit, like, make it about something else that's not as reputable as a club like that, because they will literally find you and bury you alive, and that's a fact. So yeah, story of my life, that is.